What's a fun word that begins with F? Factoring! So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to part 2 of the quadratic series. What I want to do is solve this by factoring. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what plus what gives me negative 11, but multiply gives me 12. However, I should notice that there is a leading coefficient of something other than 1 out front. So what I really need to do to factor this is use grouping. So ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately there's no GCF that I can factor out because that is the first thing you should always be looking for. So what I'm going to do is set up a diamond puzzle. On the top, I'm going to have the product of the quadratic coefficient and the constant. On the bottom, I'm going to have the linear coefficient. So the quadratic coefficient is going to be 12 times the 2. So I have the 12 times the 2. And the linear coefficient is a negative 11. Now I can ask myself, what plus what gives me negative 11, but multiply gives me 24? The answer is negative 8 and negative 3. So I want to rewrite this quadratic a little differently. So I'm going to take the negative 11x and rewrite it as negative 8x and negative 3x. Is there anything mathematically different about this? No, I still have the same stuff. So ladies and gentlemen, I now have 4 terms. Group has 4 letters in it. Yes, it does. Spelled like IKEA would. G-R-U-P. So now we can factor this because it has 4 terms. So ladies and gentlemen, what's the GCF in the first thing? It is a 2x. What's the GCF in the second one? I'm actually going to factor out negative 3 so that these two binomials look the same. So now I look at this. Is there something I can factor out? It's a x minus 4. So I factor out x minus 4 from both of those, and I'm left with the 2x minus 3. Well, we know we can apply the zero product property now because 0 times anything is 0, and anything times 0 is 0. So we have x minus 4 equals 0. What's the inverse operation of subtraction? It's addition, so we can add 4 to both sides. So we get x equals 4. What's the inverse operation of subtraction? It's addition again. So we can add 3 to both sides. We get 2x equals 3. What's the inverse operation of multiplication? It's division. So we can divide 2 from both sides. And we get x equals 3/2. So ladies and gentlemen, the zeros or the roots or the x-intercepts of 2x squared minus 11x plus 12 occur when x equals 3/2 and 4. Hope you had fun.